son Douglas he turned 23 the week he passed away. He was in a car accident and he was hit by a train. The perfusion scans showed there was no brain activity. So they basically kept him on life support for 24 hours for organ donation. I felt ill. I don't remember eating or drinking for days. My life was shattered, and I didn't know. I didn't know how I was going to go on from there. You're just trying to absorb the fact that it's happened.
They didn't even hesitate to tell us exactly what happened. They said, Mr. Harry and Sue Wolstenholme, there was a severe car accident and your daughter Rebecca has been killed. And that's when our lives changed forever. We hear about families or parents losing their children, but you never expect it to happen to us. And we were in shock. It was just a devastating blow to our family. You know, she was our firstborn, and to see her no longer going to be able to come home, to this day, it's very difficult for us. And that's the same with our son, Corey. And because it's devastating for him, he no longer has a sibling to talk to about his mom and dad.
He was sick with Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer for 5.5 years before he passed away at the age of 35. When he got cancer, I was 3, and when he passed away, I was 8. I was crushed, and I didn't understand why God had to take him away and why no one else had to lose their dad in my class, but my dad just passed away and he was gone. I felt like I didn't get to say goodbye to him properly, so I was mad.
I needed to talk to somebody who understood or who knew what I was going through, because I really didn't think anybody else did.
This stranger from BFO understood, and it was again very comforting to be able to tell my story to another individual that knew exactly how I felt.
Before I came, I was nervous because I didn't really want to open up to other kids I didn't know what it would be like.
Bereaved Families of Ontario is a self-help mutual support organization that develops and delivers programs for families who've experienced the death of a child, a parent, or a sibling. Bereaved Families of Ontario was founded in 1978 by 4 bereaved mothers under the auspices of the Hospital for Sick Children in Toronto. Currently there's 13 active affiliates across the province. Our particular affiliate, Bereaved Families of Ontario Hamilton Burlington, opened its doors in 1988.
I can't tell you how much it helped me. And it gave me an outlet to talk about Doug, about my friends that did understand or didn't understand it.
You're seeing grown men, fathers that are crying, and there's no judgment on that, and it's a safe place to talk about your feelings.
I found that other people have gone through the same thing, so I knew that it was all right for me to open up and let them know that, hey, I went through the same thing, we can talk about this together, we can get through it together.
You know, I think it taught me to learn how to live with it in a healthy way.
The group was very helpful in my healing process. No question about it, because I would have normally kept all those feelings bottled up, and I don't know where I would be without BFO.
The primary focus of the organization is the death of a child, so we do a lot of parental support groups. We do groups for bereaved moms, we do groups for bereaved dads. We actually have a very active perinatal loss support program, which of course is offering support to parents who've experienced the death of an infant. We have a children's program called TLC for Kids. It's for children ages 5 through 13. We do a program within the local high schools called Missing Pieces. It's a one-day workshop for grieving teens. Another program, relatively new for us, is a program called Growing Through Grief. It's for the young adult griever who's experienced the death of a parent or a sibling, and we're targeting the 19 through 35-year-old in that particular program. We do share and support evenings. We do a bi-monthly newsletter. So we tried to develop programs that we think are meeting the needs of the bereaved within our community.
I think as facilitators, the one thing and the only thing we give them is hope.
The most valuable thing I learned is that you're not alone. There are others that want to hear your story, who are there to listen.
Bottling everything up just leads to you going through something worse on your own. But if you know that there's other people there for you to help you go through it, and if you open up, then it will help you.
We all need hope. Doug was such a positive person, and he would be so angry with me if he thought I just stayed home and folded my tent, or so he used to say. So no, I think it was just that I had to turn it into something positive.
What motivated me to be involved at BFO? Well, that was easy. That was to help others deal with their grief. It keeps my daughter's memory alive.
I know I know how to help them, and I know what to say, so when I see them come in, I just am eager to help them get through what they have gone through and let them grieve.
We try and offer hope, and when you're making that call for the first time, that's what people kind of need to know, is that there is hope, and that there's people out there who've walked the walk, and they're continuing to walk the walk, and they're still functioning. Once they've made that call, we put them on a wait list for the next available group. Our groups can run anywhere from 9 weeks to 12 weeks, depending on the group that's being offered. The groups are facilitated by 2 bereaved volunteers who have had the experience for themselves, been through one of our groups, and then participated in our training program, and now they're volunteering time back. It's the way that they're making meaning out of their experience is by volunteering time back. Bereaved Families is not funded by any level of government, nor are we in a United Way agency. So that means that we are responsible for raising all of our own funds. We do that through volunteer-driven special events, through membership donations, and basically from the generosity of the community at large. We do have a website where people, if they want to contribute, can make a donation online, or they can also contact our office directly at 905-318-0070.